Good evening,
Okay, let's do
everyone.
this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
All
Okay,
right.
everyone, welcome to Creatively Speaking. I've had some people on these live sessions since I started, and it's been amazing so far. And tonight, I'm having Jesse Kings here. Jesse
Hi,
Kings. So
everyone.
I will just run through your bio. Short but very very well packaged, and I mean interesting. So
Thank
Jesse
you.
Kings was Miss Photogenic NID 2018-2019 and Lagos most beautiful girl, Queen Influential 2019. Well, we have a beautiful girl here with me. So Jessica Kings has been a part of a number of projects that are featured on cable TV stations and national stations. Jessica Kings is a commercial model, journalist, and chef. She'll be having a conversation right here with me, and here she is. So, how do you
Hi,
feel being here,
everyone.
Jesse?
I feel awesome. I feel blessed. This is actually, okay, I won't say this is my first live. I've actually been on live, but I have never got the opportunity to host or say something or speak on something of public interest or that could benefit one or two people. So this is like an avenue and this is like an opportunity, which I feel blessed. Thank you.
Wow, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So now let's dive straight in. How did you get into modeling? How did you get into the modeling? Was it something while you were younger you have always seen yourself do, and you've been like, one day, I mean, this is what I'm gonna become?
Okay, basically, it's actually been a journey. It has actually been a process. I will basically refer to way back while I was still a child, while my mom had posted her first business line. She used us, we her kids, as her models. She
Wow,
had a clothing line, Pato's collection. So that was where it started way back 2000 and I think 4, 5. We held on for some time and
wow,
all that while we're still in Festa Town, Nigeria. Okay, then along the line, it transcended and it went to 2015, 2014, because I was done in secondary school 2014. The 2015, where she had her salon, you understand? So she used we as well, me and my younger sister, for her business brand, you understand? So she was actually the models of the 80s. So when she got married and all that stuff, so she couldn't push all that. So she made sure that we, her kids, will be able to do what she couldn't do, will be able to leave that legacy she never had the opportunity to continue. You understand? So along the
wow.
line, it kept on going and going and going like that. Then I started getting jobs from people when they saw the brand, they saw the collection. They be like, this face, they want to use this face, they don't do this, they don't do that. They try to reach out to me. And my mom was my manager. So most times she take up the
Okay.
job, she negotiates the negotiable, then she comes back to us and says, okay, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, just try, tag along and all that like that. So we're going along the line that most times you get some people that just want to use you for their brand, their photo sections, and you don't get to be paid or something, or you don't get to obtain any gratification after everything that you've done. More like you went to use your whole day and all that. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So I got a cousin who was always after he always look out for me, he loves me,
yeah,
an
yeah.
uncle rather. So he will tell you, this thing you are doing, I hope it's not for free. Oh. Collect
Mm,
money. I don't understand. You can't be smiling for free. People make money as a result of this. You understand that you should
yeah,
try get something, at least start a living from there. Just do
yeah.
something for yourself. I'm like, okay, my uncle is actually making a point, and that was how it is. Along the line, it wasn't easy. You understand, but the push to keep going, the spirit of resilience to keep pushing, pressing forward
Yeah.
towards the finish line has always kept me going, has always been the drive for me. So most times it's not really about we head to so many places. Let's just put it that way.
Wow, wow, fantastic. The journey is really amazing, and thanks to
Okay.
mom for
Yeah,
starting
thanks a
that
lot.
great.
Mommy, I know you're watching.
Yeah. So let's move ahead. You were Miss Photogenic 2018, 2019 in at NIG, and I would like to pose the question further. As a female model, does participation in pageant shows add to one's visibility and level of professionalism. You know, there are, I mean, these days you see a lady sending maybe a link to you, please, I'm a comment, I'm a like, I'm a vote. So, do you think all this form of activities, I mean, especially pageant shows, do they add to the level of visibility one gets, especially as a female model?
Well, most times it's the paparazzi for me. Oh. That's how I see it.
Okay.
Along the line, it's not really like people want to know what you've done, how far you've
Mm,
come. You say, "Yeah, model,
mm,
okay, what crown have you bagged? What have you been up to
yeah.
lately, and all that." So I think NIJ gave me the platform to
Okay.
to showcase that. And actually gave me an edge, a leverage, you understand, a push to actually actualize that too. So
Okay.
at first I was thinking, well, it's nothing. But when you go for event that you have to showcase yourself as a beauty queen, you just wear your sash. When they want to know, who is this? They look at your
Mm,
sash, they read through it. Oh, Miss this, Miss that. Oh, you're representing this. Wow, Miss Photo.
mm,
Oh, indeed, your photo. You understand the glamour for me, the paparazzi for me, but it as well has its own disadvantage too. You understand?
okay.
There are ways you can see that if you are not recognized or you've not pushed yourself at some point, nobody may really want to know. You just say that you're just bearing the name for nothing. So
No, yeah.
it's now left for you having that crown and running with it.
Mm,
The whole tenure you're going to spend,
mm,
how long do you intend leaving an impact? You
mm,
understand?
yeah.
I believe in that. I work with that. You don't have to wear a crown because it's not about wearing a crown on your head. It's about wearing a crown in your heart and how
Okay.
long you've been able to influence life with that crown. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
So it was more like you had that crown. It was a gift for you to give back to the society,
Yeah.
to gift humanity back to the society. So it's more like I rendered services to humanity with what I have, with a difference with that same crown. So
Wow.
aside the glamour, aside what you've done, pet project to be executed too. What can you do with those things? With that 1 year, living without scandals too. I don't know
Mm,
if you know what I'm saying, but there are a lot
yeah.
of challenges that come with that 1 year. A lot of things that happen with that 1 year. Then it all boils down to how you can channel yourself and
Mm,
not be among the crowd or be among people that or they got this scandal. At the end of the day, they had different scandals. You had to make a difference in your own way to come out and leave an impact with a difference. That was just what it did for me, and that was how I
wow.
run. I ran with mine basically.
Wow.
That was
Fantastic.
how I ran with
So
mine.
I want us to get real. I want us to get real. You've given us a background to all what it means to be a model. But I would like to ask now, is there money in modeling? Is there I mean, is there money in
How can I
modeling?
feel
I
like you
know.
want to obtain information? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
so
listening.
I believe we want to get real with this conversation and we want to know the possibilities in modeling. And I want you to talk about the reality in modeling as it touches finance. So is there money in it?
I'm so sure a lot of people will be waiting to hear this, but you know what? Money is not everything. That's what I've come to understand.
Yeah.
It's about having a passion.
Okay.
You understand? It's about the passion. Money is not everything. In as much as it is a necessity, it is not
Mm.
everything. Because
Okay.
if you have that mindset, I'm so sorry, you'll be shocked. You
Mm.
may be crushed. You may be hurt. And at the end of
Mm.
the day, you may make the wrong decision.
Okay.
At first, I had that passion for it's money, it's money, it's money. Because when I started making my money, like when I started counting, like the little ones I was doing, I started seeing the progress. I started, understand, it was from one level of glory to another and all that. So it was more like I was after the money. But when I got to attend some modeling summit, and it was more like you have to have the passion. It's passion that drives you to keep
Yeah.
going. Understand?
Yeah.
Money will definitely come once you have the passion. As far as you're good with what you're doing,
Okay.
it will definitely come. Along the line, let me share a tip of mine. It
Okay.
didn't first come with the money at first. You have
Okay.
to be ready to make sacrifices. You will do
Yeah.
free jobs.
But let me come in at this point. So I know that money is not everything, but it is a necessity. So between passion and money, So where do passion come in? Where do money come in? Because money is a necessity. You are in here for a business. You get, but at some point, where do you know when do you know that point you need to bend? I mean, you need to go for money, and at what point you need to go for passion. People talk about passion being everything, and some other times you hear about money being something that you should really give a focus to. So, at what point in one's journey as a model should one give more attention to money, and at what point in one's journey as a model should one give more attention to passion?
Okay, when you say at what point should, as a model, should one give into, when you build yourself as a brand, like I said, you don't
Okay.
just come in looking for the money. They will go to your wall and check what you've done. They may Google you
Yeah.
on Instagram, may Google on, and they not see anything about you, and you're asking for money. What have you done? What footprint have you done? What jobs have you featured in? It's not
Yeah.
everything I post left for me, because most brands, they don't want a competing brand. And I said, but it's not everything you tend to review, depending on what you want to review. Depending on your
Yeah.
contract too, you may get to sign some contracts. It now depends if they want you to review one or two things that they have featured you with. Money
Okay.
will definitely come. It all boils down to what you have done. You have to be
Yeah.
ready to take free jobs. So that's what I said, like I said before.
Yeah.
You will do free jobs. That is
Yeah.
actually a platform to help you most
Yeah.
times. Understand?
Yeah.
You get your work. Every job you do, you get your work, you get your flash. You tend to
Yeah.
post them. Sell yourself, go create a good captions about it. You understand?
Yeah.
Write
Yeah.
something about it that people could relate to and want to be part of. You understand? When they look at it, they'll be like, oh, wow, she's actually done this. It doesn't really have to be about, you don't have to say talk about the money about it most times. Just
Yeah.
post yourself, get the jobs. If it's numerous photographers, numerous makeup artists that want to do a collab with you, just go. Be getting your portfolio. You're building your portfolio gradually. You understand? They say
Yeah.
that okay, actually you have ventured into here, then auditions can come in too. You can go into auditions too. Most times, it's not every audition that appears to be auditions. I want to
Okay.
reveal something to you. There were times that I was so desperate about it, most times, and I had this friend who was always conscious of what I do. You understand?
Okay.
He also to look into what I do. He wants to be sure that I am not making a mistake.
Okay.
At some point, I think God used him to be a blessing to me, because I would have fallen into victims of all these kidnappers.
Oh.
That's why you don't need to go after the money most times. This
Yeah.
person projected to me like this is how it's going to be. He painted. If you see the whole drafting he did, I believed.
Hmm.
Send me pictures of everything. This is his percent. You know, there are ways to do things. When they get you have to give your own percent, the job for you, or who's getting the job, is that 30% or probably 25% or 40%. Some people are just good at they want to take more than what you are even making, or even take it equally, and even
Oh
taking
yeah.
part of their own percent, but still want to still take from your own. I don't know if it's what I'm saying.
Yes, I
So
get.
basically, this person was aware. I sent in, I didn't want to say anything because I like planning myself. I'm a very, very private person. Once I see it work, then I can share it along the line. But this person was interested and was trying to find out what I was doing. So I don't know, the spirit that just made me just show him, and I showed him like, okay, fine. I went to check. The person said, check this person's Instagram. It's maybe fake. This person actually have a real Instagram modeling agency. But
Wow.
trust me, everything that they did there was a debacle. It's
Wow.
fallacy. It's not true.
Hmm.
So my friend insisted that we should check online. When we checked online, I googled it. Lo and behold, I saw on Naira Land how this person has people have been victim of this person. The
Wow.
recent girl Chiamaka who left her handle, which I reached out to, and I was asking her what happened. She was telling me that she almost died. That she got there at Ebeda. This person sent me the same address that she sent to that girl, Ebeda,
Yeah.
getting the same money. That she should come to this place. They are doing their audition there in Festac. And another one said there's another, but this one should come to Festac. Ebeda, not Festac. They're not holding in Festac this time around. I should get there. I was actually preparing to go because I was going to sign the contract based on what I have done. I've done the first stage, second stage, third stage. The same thing he did to Chiamaka. Chiamaka said when she got there, the Baba that she met at the gates, like God is the Baba for her. The Baba was just monitoring, trying to see if she was a calm girl. So when she greeted the man and she approached the man in a kind way, she got inside. To cut the story short, so when she got there, the person said, hey, come inside now, come inside. That he took her to the hotel room where they are doing their stuff. Because normally, most times they use hotel, they use a house for all this
Oh.
kind of stuff. So she believed. So when she got there, she was looking at her, nobody is here. Why is she the only one? So when they got there, the person was like, okay, come and take a measurement. He was going to the edge of the bed and see her at the door. So she just quickly used her hand to push the door to be careful if somebody was behind. And when she got there, when she pushed the door, she felt that somebody was behind. It was not like it was a conspiracy. If she had entered in, they would have locked the door, they would have had their way with her. They might even kill her.
Okay, so from what you've said so far, I could deduce that as much as there are possibilities in modeling, one must as well be very careful about places you go, and when there are auditions, you are very careful of how you run through the process. You are not just
How you must tell somebody too.
yeah,
Involved in sharing it, telling somebody to Google it, Google the number, because what you
yeah,
think you know might not be what you know exactly. When you Google the number online, you will see some stories attached to whatever that number is. Google will bring it out for you. Nairaland will bring it out for you, because that's how I got my information. That's why I reached out to Chiamaka. And when I called Chiamaka, Chiamaka narrated her story, and it was more like it's the same thing he was trying to do for me. So most of it's not really about the money. Just work on yourself. Sometimes spend your own money, go to a studio, or you don't even need to, as long as you're good looking, don't need to use your money, meet them. I'm granting free photo shoot. I want to give you photo shoot as long as you're good. You have your clothes and everything. I'll take care of it. Do you mind? I get my model, or collaborate with other people. You understand? A facial model, a facial model, makeup artist, then a photographer, then maybe a stylist. It's a combo thing. You guys come together, work together, and take a nice picture, and they will edit it for you. Get your works, post it. That is more like it's giving you an edge. That's more like it's building you. That's part of your profile, your portfolio. That's what you're going to use to defend yourself when they ask you.
Fantastic. Well, this conversation has really been impactful, and I like the fact that we are doing this. So beyond visibility and maybe a sense of making a living, what else has being a model afforded you? I mean, aside the fact that you gain the visibility, you do what you love, and probably you make money from the process. So what else has being a model afforded you?
What else have I didn't get that question? What else
I mean,
have
what else has been a model? I mean, the fact that you are a model beyond the money, beyond the visibility, what else will you say you've accomplished by being a model?
Well, I have accomplished meeting part of my role models in the industry. I love Tyra Banks. I look up to seeing her one day, which I know definitely. Then Precious Okoye. I don't know if you know Precious Okoye. She's a top model. She has gotten huge amount of opportunities as a result of this career she's pushing. Funny enough, I went for an audition one day. I never knew she was there. I never even knew she was Precious. I never knew I was following her. Because while I was at LMBG, my chaperone then, she was always pushing us. She will tell you, there's one of her slogan like that. Follow rich people. She'll tell you, follow rich people with mindset, rich people with brain, rich people with wisdom. It's not just about the money now. When you talk with them, you have rich conversation with them that you could obtain something, you could lambano something. Follow rich people. So she will tell you that. So when I got there, she was talking about Precious. I had to follow Precious. Let me just know who is this Precious Okoye that she's talking about. God, and lo and behold, when I got there, I saw her. I never knew she was the one. We're actually conversing. That's why it's good to be humble most times. It's good to be calm. It's good to be nice. Be free with everyone. And know what you're aiming for. You understand? So while we're talking, we got talking. Then when I said, "Let me follow you on IG," when she told me this is Precious, I was like, "Jesus, I've been following you." She's like, "Oh really?" And we hugged and we got talking. Started telling me revealing secret and in-depth I don't even know about the industry. That's why you have to brand yourself. Then I had to understand that there are levels you have to give yourself. You have to brand yourself. You have to create a profile for yourself. You understand? You have to put your standard, your policies, your principles, so that no agency or nobody can just break boundaries or break them or break the monopoly of whatsoever. You understand? They have to know that this is where they are bridging things with you. She told me, I'm not supposed to say this, she doesn't go beyond. It must be a million, and you understand. I was like, I'm still collecting, but still yet I didn't get envious of her. She just showed me that it's more like there are times to everything. She as well. She had been in that stage too, where I was. She didn't just go overnight. It takes process. You understand? So
Yeah.
modeling at some point has given me opportunity to meet people
With
that I never
people.
imagined I would meet. I had the
Yeah.
opportunity to work with African Magic. I had the opportunity to work with some other people. I don't even. I'm not supposed to mention that because I don't. They're just like, just keep it. Just
Yeah.
understand until it manifests, and that's how it's supposed to be. It's been
Wow.
lovely. I thank God for that. Yeah.
So when will you share the money with me? I mean,
Ah,
all this.
don't worry tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's good
We're
to
not
hear
taking,
that.
we're aspiring for, you understand? It's not
Yeah.
like, don't
Yes.
worry, it's not
I like the
money.
fact that
Money is here.
when you spoke with Precious, you are able to see possibilities from our own standpoint.
Yeah.
I mean, from the fact that she has been at a level you are aspiring to be, and she has told you about how huge the career is. I mean, how in terms of how people are willing to pay for. I mean, to pay an amount depending on where you've come to, how far you've gone. You get so. Would you say mentorship is a necessity when it comes to this career path?
Oh, yeah. A lot of
Yes, I
mentorship
mean,
is
maybe
required.
role model, having a role model, and I mean, probably having a mentor as well. So, to what extent do these things impact? I mean, one's journey as a model.
Well, it depends on who you want to mentor you. Like me, I
Yeah.
don't do nudes. That and
Okay.
that thing, people make mistakes. I don't do nude. Some people, once they come and approach you, they may ask you, "Do you do nude? Do you do other stuff?" You
Okay.
understand? Me, it's not part of my career path. I don't see it that way. And Precious
Yeah.
doesn't fall on that category too.
Category. Yeah.
Role model, most times they tend to disappoint you. That's why I always advocate for being you.
You.
You
Okay.
work on being you. Anything you
Okay.
have to do your thing.
Mm,
So when you're asked to act you, or you're asked to
mm,
portray you as a
mm.
model, it's not going to be difficult. I don't
Yeah.
know, you can't be somebody else.
Yeah.
You can be someone else. And at the same time, you should not be always what you're not. You should be happy with
Yeah.
who you are
You are.
and
Yeah.
strive for becoming a better version of you. Because your
Yeah.
story is enough. What I'm
Okay.
saying basically is that to be you is hard enough. To then coming to look at you being someone else is just too much. Having a
Yeah.
role model should just be like a guideline for
Guide.
you.
Yeah.
You see some certain things that you could learn, imitate, obtain from this person,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
not exactly following
Exactly.
that person. You may make mistake.
Like. Yeah. Like
You
keeping your
may you
own
may you may lose your
identity.
track. Exactly.
Yeah.
Create your own
Keeping.
identity by
Uh,
imitating or probably obtaining one or two things
Telling.
from that your role model. If you
Yeah.
even get you to talk to the person and ask the person, they'll tell you, you don't have to be like me. Because that's
Hmm.
what she told me. Work on being
Wow.
a better version of you. Work on being a
Wow.
better version of your brand. Let your name speak for you. Whatever name you're giving your modeling part or giving your name should be a
Yeah.
name that can stand the test of time. Should be a name that represents. Let your name
Yeah.
be a brand. Let your name speak
Yeah.
well of you. Let your name
Yeah.
identify you. Let your name be your
Yeah.
identity,
Wow.
basically. So having a role model should just be a guideway, like a guideline to where you intend becoming or
Wow.
who you intend becoming in the later
Wow. Wow.
afterwards.
Too much wisdom. You are even speaking to me as I'm sitting right like this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really honored
Yeah.
to have you on this conversation. And as we move
Oh,
further, I would like to ask. We are talking about modeling and the fact that you've received a sense of a sense of guide from people who have gone ahead. And at this stage of
yeah.
yours, do you have people looking up to you, and maybe you are telling them, go this way, go that way? I mean, in terms of how they can path their ways through this modeling journey. So, how have you also? I mean, it might not be on a big platform. It might just be maybe someone walks up to you by the roadside and say, "Wow, this is Jesse. I see the amazing things you do." I mean, what do they call it? Cost for me.
My dear, boy, we could when I say no soap for you, oh, hard
No, so,
work,
you know,
hard
people, man, I
work,
don't say.
no soap for you,
Okay,
oh,
but
hard work, hard work,
I,
pray,
I get that
work hard,
perspective. Yeah, I get that
uh
perspective. I
no
understand that
soap,
perspective.
nothing like soap.
Yes, I get that perspective. But what I'm trying to say is, different careers, they have their different uniquenesses. And if you're just coming in into that field, you must learn the ways that three things are being done. You get and one of the ways, I mean, you can learn the methods and the principles. I mean, how unique that industry is to speak with someone that has been a part of that industry, of that sphere, of that process.
Yeah.
So um uh so my question to you now is, how do you I mean, when people walk up to you, do you have words that you give to them on how they too can grow in their career path as regards to
All right. I'll refer to basically who I reached out to few
Okay.
days back. A sister, a friend, and a big sis like I look up to in journalism. You know, I'm a journalist. I practice
Yeah,
journalism.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this aunt or this big sis reached out to me based on my career path, asking me that she has somebody who's interested in modeling. That is there anything I could do for this person to be actually moving
I mean,
like we all
yes.
are moving in the industry
Mm,
so that this
mm,
person can actually fit in into the
yeah,
industry. And I'm like, oh, I am not actually in the position I want to be now. But
yeah,
I never for one day stop because I keep pressing, I keep pushing. You understand?
yeah, yeah.
That there is nothing that comes easily.
Mm,
There have to be sacrifices for this person. The first process or the first stage the person needs to do is to go get a photo session. I'm not
mm,
even really the photo shoot per se, but when I have the opportunity to do, I do. Myself most of them I don't want it to post. You understand? So I
mm,
spoke to this my aunt and told her that she look at the person should actually get some nice wares, like three
mm,
sets. Go take nice picture, portrait, a medium shot, every other thing you need to do. You understand? That
yeah,
is the first start. Then you can
mm,
have an Instagram handle, create for yourself. Before you run
mm,
promotions about yourself, you should
yeah,
actually build one or two things too. You should as
yeah,
well get a nice picture of yourself. You understand? I mean, when
yeah,
people come and check, they look okay. This person actually okay. They may need you for
mm,
a commercial. When they look at
yeah,
your look, either in the gym section or
yeah,
either in a white wedding session, I don't different section, traditional section.
yeah,
If they need
yeah,
and they need you to fit in, they will pick
mm,
you. I
mm,
didn't just come, I didn't just fall overnight. It took
yeah,
hard work too.
mm,
It took some
yeah,
certain areas, it took some certain free things I had to do, some sacrifice I had to make to get to
yeah,
this point. And at
mm,
some point, you get agencies too who are,
yeah,
I don't call them selfish, maybe just the law or something like that. Most of them,
mm,
they are not helping we aspiring models because
mm,
we actually feed from this. We actually look up to try to get end meat from this. But
yeah,
they are selfish in that greed basically has gotten to the point that they don't see that we as well, we need money for ourselves. They may
mm,
use us to get what they want. They
mm,
may use you, but that doesn't mean it ends there. Most times, just play the fool and get what you want. Just like
mm,
Rita Dominic. Rita Dominic says something that that time she went for free. That time she doesn't have money or bike or money to transport herself to any audition she was going. But she kept on going. She kept on pushing.
no,
That time
yeah,
they will use you. You will be used. You don't
mm,
have to bend. Some of them they come like in this, especially girls. They fall victim of that. They tend to want to use them. You don't have to bend the rules or displease yourself or displease God to please man. No,
mm,
whatever you're doing, let God be aware of it. Tell
mm,
him this is what I want to do. This is where I
mm,
intend going. Lord, I don't know how you're going to, but I trust you with it. Connect
yeah,
me with people. That's what I keep saying each time I go. And anything I do, I get connected. It's been favor. It's been from glory to glory. You
mm,
understand? And you can easily keep that relationship, sustain that relationship because of next time.
mm.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes,
I'm heading
I get,
somewhere based on
yes,
what you asked me.
yeah,
Nothing come easily. Be ready to
mm,
take sacrifice, ready to be used. It
mm,
not depends on how you want to be used.
okay,
If you see that I used you once, that used you twice without getting paid, the third
yeah,
time you shouldn't let that happen. You
okay,
demand for your own right. It's your entitlement, because most times you don't tend to sign contract. Anything you're doing, you should sign a contract so you can know what you're doing. And if
Doing,
the
yeah.
contract stipulates 2 years or 3 years, be aware of it so that they won't use you for free.
Doing,
Because
yeah.
Nigerians are fond of abusing people, and it's not
Yes.
good. They
Okay.
are fond of abusing
Thank
people.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much
I know a
for.
friend. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
sorry to bring this. A
Okay.
friend of mine in the UK who
Mm.
does acting, all these little cars. She told me something that they pay them $100 for just 10 minutes. I mean
Wow.
$1,000 for just 10 minutes. Based on, I was like, that means we in Nigeria, the one that they're even using much more. Just 10 minutes for a featured extra. And we here, they want to use it for like a whole day and all that. They pay you peanuts. No, it's here. It's here that is wrong. It's here, but other places, I don't think it's like that. So you can't
Mm.
afford to be, because you're actually looking for ways to stand. They're actually looking for ways to build. If you don't look good, you need their money to look good. You need their money to be able to purchase some things for yourself. If you don't have all those things, they won't pick you.
Yeah.
So the money too is important, in as much as it's a necessity. You understand?
Yeah.
Don't make it mandatory like it's everything, everything. Be ready to be sacrificed, to be a sacrificial lamb into certain
Mm.
things. Ready to
Mm.
learn, ready to unlearn, ready to be used. You
Mm.
understand? Depending on how you want to be used.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much. So, what I can summarize from all what you said is that you shouldn't just box up. You should give yourself to some certain things and create a measure for those things. Not like you just give out yourself and to any length and any extent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, on a last note, I know we've elapsed our time. On a last note, some you there are nice comments on the comment section. We have some people saying hi Jesse, some people saying
Hello.
yes, a
I
lot of people,
see you, Prince
a lot of
Visual.
people,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people greeting. So
Gloria, Lucy.
I see Messi, I see a lot of people out there.
I
We
see
can,
Mercy. I see
yeah.
Doris.
Okay,
There are
so
many.
we can't actually mention all the names here, but let's
Yeah.
just keep the conversation going. We just said this to say
No, no.
we are grateful for being part of this live session, and we really appreciate. So, I want to talk about beauty. I know we are all beautiful. I mean, God created us. I mean,
In his
everybody's
image
beautiful.
and his
Yeah, in his
likeness.
image and likeness, everybody's beautiful. But I mean, I mean, when you want to rate beauty, there are some people you know. This person is in class B. I mean, there's a rating to. I mean, yeah, I know, I know. So what I'm just trying to say um, is beauty a major trait when it comes to modeling? I know there are some things that uh, people are needed for, and they need to look certain ways. You get, and what explanation will you give to that aspect of beauty, to that aspect of looking a certain way to fit in for some roles and all that? So what explanation would you give to that?
Like I said, it all boils down to you being you.
You okay?
Being you is simple enough for you to display you when you are asked to
Yeah,
possess a character, when you are asked
yeah,
to fit into a character, or when you are asked to smile like this character. Be
yeah,
you. You don't have to be like person. You may fit in, but there's something I believe doing yours with a difference. They ask you to
yeah.
smile. Just smile. If you're asked to smile, smile based on that, but let it come from your heart. That's why I say you have to be passionate about it. Let that smile, when a smile comes from your heart that you are being passionate about, it gives you the beauty of what you want to see. Beauty, as a matter, nobody's ugly.
Yeah.
It's, you give somebody money, you give a person, the ugliest person money. Me, I believe, because you can't tell
Mm.
me God took his time and create somebody ugly.
Yeah.
It's how you place yourself and how you want to be seen. I mean, I don't go over that. I want to say, I know fine, I don't go fine. I'll be like, you're saying
Mm.
you're not fine, and you speak well, you can talk, you're agile, you're okay. You don't need to cut soap for you. Forget anything, beauty or no beauty. Everybody is unique in their own way.
Anyway.
When you identify being you and walking
Mm.
in line of that aspect of you being who you are,
Mm.
portraying that aspect of you being who you are, the glory shines. and you can radiate anywhere,
Yeah. Wow.
in anything,
Wow. Thank you so
everywhere,
much. Wow. 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 Wow.
fitting in everywhere.
It's in everywhere.
Ugly, whether you're
Wow.
dark or you're this, you're unique, you're perfect.
Mm.
Just
Mm.
identify your strengths. I know how to fit into you. Know how to act like you should act when you are asked to
Mm.
portray a particular character based on what you are asked to do. If
Mm.
you're asked to act like Cleopatra as a dark person, your makeup artist to do their part. You should do your
Mm.
part and be you. It's you that
Mm.
display, that radiates everything you need to be. At the end of the day,
Mm.
making you more beautiful.
Wow, fantastic.
I
I really love the fact that
just
we're,
think I answered the question the way I could.
yes, yes, yes. You did well with it. You did well with it.
Thank you.
So, I would like to now say this because we are rounding off. Um, what would you like to say to people? I mean, especially aspiring models, people that would like to be where you are, because no matter how we still want to anticipate a higher level, there are some people behind us still saying, "I want to be like this person." You as a person, you have, I mean, even I as I am in my career, so I feel like I want to go further, and so there are a lot of people behind me still saying, I want to be like you, this stage you have, I want to come there. Yeah, so as someone that has achieved the level of achievement you have to yourself at this moment, so what advice will you like to give that I've not captured in my questions and you think you've not said anything about that you would like to just talk about?
Okay. Basically, how will I put it? Like, it's more like our prayers are to influence people, to influence life, to go bigger than how we could ever, because that's what makes us bigger, right?
Yeah, yeah.
To touch lives, to go bigger than how we could ever be, because that's what makes us bigger.
Mm,
In essence, as a model, you must have an idea of where you are destining or where your destination is leading. Understand? You should
mm,
picture yourself, vision yourself, have that idea. Though it's not going to be like it happens immediately, it's a work in progress. Like I said, the spirit of resilience, never giving up. You
mm,
push. If you take one or two things that I've said, basically, to push you, get a photo section, all these things, then start from there. Offer yourself. Reach out to people DM, offer yourself. I'm willing to be a model for your next shooting. So they offer yourself. You understand? Calculate those steps, those weeks, and every other thing. Trust me, this career will not just be your starting point. You will
mm,
fly above. You will fly beyond.
mm.
Just be you.
Yeah.
Your story is enough.
Your story is
Work on
enough.
you.
Your story is
Your
enough.
story is enough.
Your story is
Your
enough.
process is enough.
The
Your
process.
journey is enough.
Yeah.
Just do you.
You do you.
Be you.
You
Learn
do.
from people.
Mm,
Actualize what you can actualize. Obtain what you can obtain. Lambano what you can lambano. Work on it and be you. Then your
mm.
story will be enough.
Wow. One thing that has become instructive for me from all what you've said is being you, being you, being you. So I'll take that to myself and I will work with that. I will run with
Yeah.
that. Oh,
Thank
Chelsea, thank you
you.
so much for being part of this. I really celebrate and appreciate you. Thanks for obliging to this call. Thank you for doing this. I know many people have been a part of this, and I know many people have learned
Yeah.
one thing or the other from all what you've said. And I know by the time other people even see this video, I mean the recorded version, many people will still have their beat out of all what you said. So this is my sincere
Yeah.
gratitude. This is my sincere appreciation. Thanks for coming on this live session. I hope to
Yeah.
do things with you some other time. Thank you so much, and I do
Definitely.
appreciate it.
Good night. Oh, before
Good
we
night.
go, I promised people who have been here, I wanted
Okay,
to probably reach out to three people, three lovely people who
okay.
will drop their account details. I say account
Wow.
details, okay? I mean their phone number for staying through.
Okay, okay,
Let's
okay,
let them
okay,
elite you. I
okay,
think I'll be
okay.
taking like three phone numbers. So you can
Wow.
take like two. It's five.
Okay.
You take two, I'll take three. Anybody you can
Three.
bless you, bless. I'm reaching out to five. So the first phone numbers, the five set of phone numbers I will see here are the ones I'm going to be blessing.
Okay, Jesse is
So
waiting. She's requesting for
I'm
phone
giving 10 minutes.
numbers.
Asking for
Okay,
phone numbers. Yeah. Anybody I
phone
see, I
numbers.
bless.
You've got your phone numbers. Just post it in the comments. Jesse is bringing up an idea of being a conduit of blessing. So let's do this. Let's do this. An amazing move. Yeah. So she has given me this assignment of taking two numbers. Wow, that's a bit interesting.
Yes, so
But you are taking three. I'm taking two. Is there no
yes, so
partiality?
yeah, man should take three. I should take two.
So okay, you've got your numbers. You can just post in the
Mhm.
comments. So why or probably we have it as we post it on our feed after this live session so that we can have more,
I'm actually
more.
posting on my story self, so whether they could reach
Yeah,
out again, the one that I
yes,
did. They
yes,
don't
yes,
reach out. In the next 2 minutes we go out. I just want to pick one or two based on any
yeah,
phone number I can see.
yes,
Let's reach
yes,
out to them. At least for
yes.
joining.
Yes, thanks everyone that has been a part of this. Thanks, thanks,
Yes, we
thanks, thanks,
appreciate
thanks,
you. I hope you've learned.
thanks.
I hope you've been blessed. I hope you've been
Yeah,
favored. I hope you've
yeah,
listened. Not just
yeah,
hear us, but do it. Don't watch. Don't be too much in a hurry to
yeah,
to get there. Fame is in
yeah,
process. It's not about
yeah.
getting the famous. I mean, getting the idea of being famous or being famous. You understand? Not about just being there. It's about maintaining it. That's why some people don't
Yeah,
have issues most times. You understand? It's
yeah,
not that maybe they rushed into. Let God announce you when you ought to be announced. You
yeah,
understand? Don't
yeah,
don't announce yourself before God announce you. So you
yeah.
won't
Just
end up in shame. You understand?
yeah, yeah.
So trust your process,
Start the process.
believe your process,
Believe your
work on your
process.
process,
Work on your
be you,
process.
do you, yeah.
Do you, do
And
you.
trust me, everything will fall in place.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
expecting your phone number. I will drop your phone number. I'm heading out. I'm going for choir rehearsal. I don't understand. I did not hear.
Wow. So I think people will be more comfortable doing that on stories and probably with
Okay.
posts. Yeah, yeah. So I think we
All
should
right then.
explore that. We should
Signing
explore that.
out.
Thank you so much. I'm sincerely grateful. Thanks for doing this with me.
Bolu,
Till another
I'm
time.
humbled. Thank you for this opportunity. I
A
see
great
you at the
pleasure.
top, bro. I see you
Okay,
at the
see you
top.
too. See you too at the top. See you too at the top.
Bye
Let's get there
there.
together. Okay, bye.
Abio.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.